You've been listening to Ken Lane, the Mountain Gardener. Green thumbs learned while working in the Family Garden Center. Now welcome back to the Mountain Gardener.
And we are back with Lisa Waters Lane in the studio. She comes each week with your garden questions. Just what are your neighbors asking? What are they thinking about? What's going on in their yards or their homes or their gardens? And so we try to share that and impart those over the airwaves of, well, the Southwest. So actually anymore, we've got listeners in New Zealand, England.
Why?
It's Spotify and Apple. You gotta love those two. They make us famous on the internet.
Are we that entertaining?
No business like show business like no business. Maybe we shouldn't sing. Maybe we should just impart some garden advice. So,
how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, I don't know. I was with my girlfriend, and she and I had a great time. How was yours?
Mine was very quiet. We went to Texas.
We went to together, just so those that it's first time they tuned in. We're married for like ever. We're in a business together forever. We're business partners, radio hosts, forever.
So we went to Texas because 3 of our 4 children live there. Yeah. So we thought we'll go to them, which was so much fun. We ate, and then we ate some more, and then we went swimming, and then we ate some more. So it was a great time.
Yeah, went to some museums, kind of had the kids interact with some stuff, played some football, did all the traditional
swimming,
Thanksgiving stuff.
We even had family pictures taken because it had been a long time. Yeah. Yes.
I think the last time we had them they were church photos. Like the kids were tiny.
The directory.
I think we were like 30.
Yeah. So it was time. So that'll be fun to see.
It will.
It was good.
Yeah. Great time. I would do it again. So what we do is we like getting together. It's just as the families disperse across the country, it's harder to get together. And so we usually buy a very nice We rent a nice Airbnb or VBRO house, and it's got to have a pool.
Yes.
I've had that every
One
time.
requirement.
And it's got to be big because there's multiple families. So usually a 4 or 5 bedroom house, and it's just a hoot. Everyone lands, and just the food comes out, and the games start being played, and it is fun.
So they have a Jenga game now. Jenga is where you pull the wood blocks out and whoever makes it fall. Anyways, our son was playing with his son, and they have this new one that's actually shocks you. So it plays this music, and you have to pick your piece and move it before time. There's a certain time allotment. And if you don't move it, it will shock you. They're like, yeah, you want to play? And I said, there's not a chance in the world I'm going to play that game. Thank you very much.
Those with heart issues or pacemakers, not a game for you.
But it was fun watching them.
It was fun watching all the kids
of them getting shocked. So
Farkle, all kinds of games. All kinds of games. So we're game people. Okay, so that's enough of our Thanksgiving because everyone's going, but let me share about mine. Really, it's about gardening. They're tuned in for teach me something. I want to grow better plants. How do I get rid of gophers?
Are you done?
No. Once I go into those voices, no.
I know. So Jeff is in Prescott. He has a very natural native yard. He has yuccas and bear grass and just native grass, things like that in his yard. His landscaper recommends cutting everything back. And he wants to know, do you cut back those native things? The bear grass, the yuccas, what do you do with them?
Yeah.
And but since they are so native, his other question is, do I really need to worry about watering through the wintertime?
Yeah. So if it's truly a native, no, you probably don't have to water. It'll keep them healthy if you give them a spot. You spit on them every once in a while, but if they're planted, that is, you bought them from the nursery, put them in the ground. Especially if they're newer, it is beneficial to water them. Now, going back to his landscaper, pruning, how to cut them back. This is a blunder that a lot of new landscape maintenance folks do. They whack them, they treat them like grass. It's a bare grass, but it's not truly a grass. It's not like pampas grass that you cut back. It's not like deer grass that you come back. Zebra grass, you cut that back. Fescue, you cut that back. But bear grass, you don't. It looks like a yucca. And the flower in it, it's like a white flower that kind of hovers across, gets about hip high, and it grows wild out in those valley areas. So Paulden, Chino Valley, Prescott Valley, Dewey, all those, that huge valley areas, and lower. It goes down to Cottonwood, Camp Verde, Sedona areas. You'll see this tall grass about hip high and has white flowers on it. You prune back the flower, and that's it. The grass, if you were to treat it like grass and cut it back to like ankle high, it would take years. If it didn't kill it, it would take years to recover. Don't let your landscapers do that to you. Same with yucca. Yucca is not a grass. It has this grass look to it, and the flowers can come up. There are different types of yuccas. There's lots of them, lots of native ones. So from banana yuccas to red yuccas, you prune back the flower, and that's it. You don't prune back the foliage. You keep it intact. You might fertilize it when they're done, so that'll bring out even more flowers next spring. You get bigger, stronger, brighter flowers. If you care for it at all, it will be healthier. But don't let them prune back. It'll take years to recover from that. Agaves, first of all, they're going to bite you because they got these thorns on them. So you generally don't want to get too close to an agave, or the other name is century plant. But you don't prune those things back. They would probably die if you did that. There might be some pups come off the side, but natives, you generally give them a haircut, maybe. Right. That's it.
That's the beauty of natives.
It's a beauty of natives.
Very low maintenance.
So L.A. Agnes, some of your bigger, your evergreen kind of native evergreen, so tassel, manzanita, you might just shape them so they don't get kind of wild looking. If you want to keep them more formal, or if you like that wild look, let them go. That's their natural form. So there you go, Jeff. You now informed.
Okay. Next question is from Jan in Prescott Valley. She says where she used to live, it had much warmer winters, and she would buy several amaryllis bulbs, grow them in the house for Christmas, and then she would put them outside. Her question is, can she do that in our area?
Yeah, and Jan, so no. There you go. Amaryllis is a tropical. So if that bulb freezes, so the ground is going to freeze some here in the mountains of Arizona. She where was she at? Prescott Valley. Yeah. So your ground is going to freeze. You're going to get a frost line, probably just a few inches deep. It's not very deep out there, but some. And if that bulb freezes, it is vapor. It turns to black mush in the ground, rots and dies. So that's more of a Phoenix. Southern California. I'm guessing you're from the more tropical, that's New Orleans, places where they don't freeze. There you can grow those outdoors. Here, not so much. Now, you can grow outdoors narcissus or daffodils is the other name. Paperwhites. Those will grow outdoors pretty well. So there's a couple different varieties, but there's quite a few of them that will grow outdoors. Tulips, chrysanthemums. That's not a bulb. We're talking bulbs anyway. Trying to go through.
You got distracted,
crocus. What are the other hyacinth? Those are all your spring blooming bulbs. Those are in the ground and they're fine. They don't freeze. But not so much with amaryllis. Right. Probably keep them indoors.
Yep.
Or just go, I liked them, they were good, and throw them in the trash. They're not meant to be forever plant. Poinsettias are meant to be a season, and they're meant to be like throw away.
True. All right, one more question. I think we have time. Robert and Chino put in a row of Arizona cypress, which he was assured it was still okay to plant.
Oh, yeah.
His question is now, because they are young, newly planted, how frequent does he need to water those?
Oh, that's good. Robert, good question. So new plants, good for you. You'll love that you planted those now. Next spring, when you get all that flush of growth, whereas everyone else that waited, they're going to plant theirs and they're just going to sit there all year until the following spring. So you're going to get a season ahead of things. Now, they're new, so their roots have not they've started to form, but they haven't elongated dramatically into the surrounding landscape. You'll need to water those probably a couple times a month. Not probably. You will need to, Robert, listen to me. Twice a month, give it a deep soak, like take a hand. Water my hand if you need. Take the hose out. a couple times, if we get a serious snowstorm, I'm talking like a foot of snow or 12 inches of snow, you can maybe cut one of those out. That is so rare around here. You just don't see that very often. But twice a month, a deep soak will keep them very healthy, very happy, and you'll get better growth next spring with that. So with that, we are out of time. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. Ken and Lisa Lane, the Mountain Gardeners. Be right back after this. Okay, maybe after the same white elephant exchange, it's time to start a new holiday tradition.
A living Christmas tree from Watters Garden Center can be decorated and enjoyed for a lifetime, not just a season.
When the holiday festivities end, gather family and friends and plant your tree together for years of enjoyment. Guaranteed.
As your family tree grows, have a tree grow with your family from Watters Garden Center in Prescott. You're listening to Ken Lane, aka the Mountain Gardener. Ken can be found throughout the week in Prescott at Watters Garden Center. Listen each week as he answers timely garden questions unique to mountain gardens.